that you mentioned the 11-month investigation that does dive much deeper into Bluesfest and some other conduct by Peter Noble, some allegations there, which we will also touch on. But on the festival itself, Peter Noble in the announcement said that after careful consideration, we concluded we could not proceed in a way that would meet the standard of our audiences, artists, and partners expect. He also said that a liquidator would contact ticket holders for, quote, potential refunds. That word potential got a lot of people alarmed. And actually, Queensland insolvency firm, the managing principal, Jason Beatles, confirmed to the Australian as part of their investigation. He said that Bluesfest used Moshtix as its ticketing agency, which meant the funds went directly to Bluesfest, and therefore all ticket holders would unlikely ever be refunded. Tickets cost as much as nearly $700 plus a booking fee for a 4-day pass.
Yeah, so not cheap, particularly at the moment when everyone's paying ludicrous amounts to fill their car up, and inflation from that oil shock is being baked into prices everywhere. And I think that's part of what's really like maybe it's a bit of naivety. I think reading people's accounts after some of what we're about to talk about has come out, maybe this was a bit known amongst the industry. But from our perspective, we'd always kind of seen Peter Noble as an Australian music champion. He has an Order of Australia medal, and had done really, really good things. Bluesfest, an incredibly successful Australian festival, world-renowned, the biggest one pretty much that we had. But what's really left a lot of people, obviously, with bad taste in their mouth is there's well over 10,000 ticket holders that are owed hundreds and hundreds of dollars, some thousands of dollars, not to mention the creditors. The combined owing is about $10 million. And obviously, all this state government funding has been received. Whether that went all into last year's event or some was going into this year's event, we don't know. We also know it does cost, before you even open the gates, about $15 to $20 million to put on an event like Bluesfest. So there's every chance all of that money has gone into the setup of the event that didn't go ahead. But it doesn't seem like any ticket holder are going to be getting or very few are going to be getting their money back, let alone creditors that are owed that combined $10 million. The announcement was only made 3 weeks out from the festival going ahead, and the 2 companies that kind of administer and run the festival, owned by Peter Noble, were quickly liquidated. So obviously that doesn't suggest to people, regardless of what's happened behind the scenes, that there's a great willingness to give everybody their money back. And I don't imagine Peter Noble's gone completely broke off the back of this either, which would be very difficult for people to tolerate, given they've, in a lot of cases, lost $700.
Yeah, and even you mentioned the $722,000 in combined state government grants that the festival received. We don't know how much of that, as you said, went to last year's festival, how much of that was going towards this year's festival. But you have to assume that some of it was going to this year, given that they were sort of April last year when the grants were handed out, which is around the time the festival was going ahead. So some of it surely went towards the festival, which is just now being cancelled. Is there a way for the government to get that grant money back? Are there processes in place where we've given you money to deliver the festival, you haven't delivered the festival? Like, if I hired you as a contractor, you didn't deliver the job that I paid you for, I'd be tracing you down for money. Even if you went into liquidation, I would think that surely there'd be a way to get some funds back. But yeah, I don't know whether the government has that in place, and maybe as taxpayers, we just need to cop that on the chin and say, well, I guess we're not getting that money back as well. And if you paid, $700 for a ticket, you're even further out of pocket than the regular taxpayer is.